top 5 centers of all time on our Zenith top 5 series. And just to get me through all the players we're going to go through, I got a list at hand on my handy dandy iPad. And as you guys can see, we changed locations on y'all. Like, who made that song? I like that Drake and Future. I know most of y'all don't know nothing about that. Hopefully you guys do. Go check it out if you don't. Pretty fire song. I wish I could dance to it, but I wasn't blessed with that ability. Anyway, today we're just going to discuss the top 5 centers that I feel is my view on the subject. It's not concrete. It could change at any time compared to other people's view, but this is what I see as the best players to ever play the center position. I mean, when I look at the list, it's going to be based off of skill, championship accomplishment, the amount of all-star games made, their impact of the game. I feel like that's going to be a major implication of who I put where on my list, and just overall how I feel that the player fits into the history of NBA basketball. So, yeah, this is the basic gist of what I'm going to be going off of. I feel like this is a great series to start on my channel, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. So if you guys like it, and I'm still starting to start off my channel, it's still in the beginning stages. So if you guys like it, give it a like. Comment below who would be in your top 5, and subscribe if you really enjoy it, because that would really make a lot of a difference on my channel and in the future of it. So just thank you for stopping by, and without further ado, we're going to get into this video. So what may be seen as controversial, the guys, don't hate me for this, but if you hate me, go ahead and do what you like, because it really doesn't make a difference. But at number 5, I'm going to put Bill Russell. Bill Russell is probably the greatest winner of NBA basketball history. He has 11 championships over just a 13-year career. So that's ridiculous. He had 11 championships in his 13 total years, which I don't think has ever been done before. He played. Who did he play? He played with John Havlicek, Bob Cousy, and some other people, and he also coached the team for 3 years as a player coach at the same time, which is unheard of. And he averaged 22 rebounds per game. He was quick, athletic. He can move. He can dribble at times, bring it out the court. And he did this at 6'8", which is, at his time, that's actually pretty tall compared to the players around him. But the reason that I have him at number 5 instead of higher up than a lot of people have him is, I think I know people don't like to use this as an excuse, but at this particular time, there wasn't very much competition for him to go against, especially that can be shown with his record. I mean, the only player he really won against was Will Chamberlain. And, I mean, those are some battles, but I just feel like his team was usually superior to Will's, so I could see why he won so many championships back then. So that's where my view comes to Bill Russell, even though he was a multiple time all-star level player. I mean, he had over 21,000 rebounds, and he's just a great ambassador of the game, and I do have respect for Bill Russell. Next on our list, I'm going to have to go with Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. I think that he deserves definitely to be in top 5 just because of his skill level, period. He transitioned from he played soccer first, and he decided that he grew so much he was going to try out basketball. He determined that he was going to be one of the greatest of all time, which is kind of ridiculous to think. He has amazing feet, great shots, just could do anything on the floor. I mean, he had an 18-year career. He was still able to get 2 championships. And then when he played against some of the other great big men in history, I mean, even though he's not included in the list, Patrick Ewing, he's one of the greatest of all time. He usually dominated him. He played David Robinson, did really well against him, and Shaq too. He did fantastic against him when he played him in the playoffs. So just in general, I would really have to look at including Hakeem high on this list, but I just feel like his level of the actual numbers and impacts that he had in the end game of basketball wasn't as huge as the people higher up on this list. Like, he even coined his own move, though, like the dream shake, where you just get a little shuffle, a little dip down, get by him, a little shake and bake, Ricky Bobby. He had all that stuff, and it was just really impactful, and he was overwhelmingly seen as a great member of Clutch City because he was one of the members of a Clutch squad. So I think that Hakeem is a great player all time, multiple-time All-Star, 2 times Finals champion. He finished his career top in the history in blocks, and he was 9th in steals as a big man, which is kind of wild, but he's just a great player that's over 7 feet tall and deserves his spot on the list. Now, number 3. This hurt my heart so much to put him at number 3 because in all facets of my heart, I still want to put him at number 1, but I just give him the respect to the other players above him so much that I did not put him at number 1. But if Shaq ever listens to this top 5 Zenith countdown, just know, Shaq, that you're the best player of all time. I love you. Let me meet you one day, and you deserve your spot as the number 3 player of all time. Now, Shaq was an absolute monster. He was 7'1", 325, and ran like a guard. I'm not joking when I said he ran like a guard. He sprinted up and down the court with extreme speed. He was explosive to the rim. He destroyed the little men in front of him, but he was an absolute beast. I mean, you could be seeing him as a man amongst boys, just the way he bodied the little men down the court. They had to invent a scheme where they just call it hack a Shack, where you couldn't, since they couldn't handle them down the clutch line, you just start fouling them, and you still see that to this day when you hack a Dwight Howard or DeAndre Jordan. This is still going on today, and then it was just as tough back then to go against Shaq. But they, even when they try to hack him, sometimes he was still scored. He's so damn big. People forget when he was in Orlando, he was able to get to the finals, and by getting to the finals, he beat Jordan's one of his great Bulls teams, and that's often overlooked. I mean, he had a great teammate in Penny Hardaway at the time. He also was just a absolute, I can't say enough how much of a monster he was and how fun he was to watch. He was my great person to watch, and then just to see when I was a kid. That's where I think a lot of my love for Shaq stems from. He won 3 Finals MVPs, a regular season MVP. I think he still should have won 2 because I think he should have beat Steve Nash that one year as well. What else about him? He just deserved everything he had. I mean, he won 4 championships, and I think that at a lot of the times, even though a lot of people don't like to admit it, I think he was the glue and what held everything down when the Lakers won their 3-peat more so than Kobe. I know that's not what a lot of people want to hear, but that's my truthful thought on this matter. I know that it could be seen as crazy, but it is the truth. Now let's move on. Shaq, you're still great, but we got to move on. Now, number 2 on this list has to go, if anybody questioned this, 2, Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain is one of the greats of our game. He just changed what a big man is. They have videos of him just playing volleyball, spiking the ball directly over the net. I don't think it's hard to imagine how amazing this feat is to spike the ball directly over the net, like it went from the top to the bottom. You got to see the video. I'm gonna try linking it in the description, but it's pretty insane to see a man that size be able to jump and control his body at that height. He was the only player in NBA history to average 50 points per game. Over an entire season, he averaged 50 points per game. Can you imagine that? 50 points? I think there's a couple times in his career where he averaged 30 rebounds. One year he averaged like 35 points, 27 rebounds, and 8 assists. So he almost averaged a triple-double. And the lore legend says he just had the 8 assists because he wants to. He just wanted to have a great assist year. He he was a one-time Finals MVP, and he just had an insane career that is hard to ever replicate again. Just the Big Dipper is just there will never be another Big Dipper. There will never be a man that could control and destroy every shot that goes up like Will Chamberlain did. There will probably never be a man this athletic at this size as Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain is just a great of all time. He even won 7 straight scoring titles. 7 straight? As a center? I don't think that will ever be done again. And then, as much as he scored in the NBA on the court, he scored off the court too. He got any women he wanted. I think it was like 10,000 women he's been with. You guys might want to look that up. That is kind of a lot for the heart to take. I don't think me, personally, as great as I am, could handle 10,000 women. That's a lot on your plate. But that's off topic. This man is great. He deserves everything he gets. He's just a phenomenal, decisive great of our era. And I just think that the respect for Wilt needs to always be increasing. But he is a top 5 player of all time without question, along with the next man on the list that we're going to get to. My number 1 center of all time has to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think it's a toss-up when you're putting your list together if you put Kareem or Wilt in front, but I think that Kareem, just off his all-time scoring leader in NBA history, 5-time champion, he won one in Milwaukee, who wins a championship in Milwaukee? He won a championship in Milwaukee. He went over to LA, won some championships over there. He was what is often not seen as well. Kareem was the first high school phenom that we ever had. LeBron may be the phenom of today, but Wilt, Kareem, when he was coming out of was just the facet of a champion, and he deserves his spot as the number 1 center of all time in the NBA. Now, I'd like to thank y'all for coming through all the way to this entire video. I know it's longer than what we usually do, so if you guys stick around, just let me know in the comment section that you stuck around the whole video. Like this video if you guys really enjoy it, and again, just subscribe because all this viewership helps, and it makes me really want to continue doing what I do on these series. I'm just grateful to have an opportunity to make these videos, and thanks you guys for showing your support and watching this video, and I hope you guys keep coming back, become regulars. So thanks again for visiting. I am Doc, the host of Votes in this Top 5 Zenith series, and I hope to see y'all again.